Let's see. Can you guys hear me okay? Ugh. Give me a second. All right. Let's see here. Let's see here. Let's see. All right, cool. All right, guys. Funny enough, like I said, still in my parents' house for the holidays. Won't be back in my own place till Wednesday, I think. Thursday? Wednesday. I'll be back Wednesday. But as far as live streaming, I think it'll be Thursday. Whenever our next game is. I'm not sure. Also, I am laying down like a high school girl from the 90s, okay? As you can see, I can even kick my feet right here. Hold on. Look at that. I can even kick my feet. Last live stream, I was so uncomfortable. And this is literally the most comfortable spot I can do it. So deal with it. I don't care. Oh, yeah. It just shows camaraderie, Thomas. I saw that too. I think that's really cool. It just shows camaraderie. It shows that the team has a lot of inside jokes. And that's a good sign. Everybody doing okay? Hope everyone is doing well. Yeah, solid defense throughout. I think we held them to what, like 80 points or something, like 87 points, which is crazy. Let me make sure my music isn't turned on too loud. All right. All right. Let's see. So how did I set this up last time? Because I made it look really nice for myself. Make it easy to maneuver through everything. So let's see. Here we go. So that's a few things to go over. Let me go to the All right, so there's a clip. 3 minutes and 30 seconds. There's a clip I want to go over. Wemby is top 5, borderline top 5 player. Any disagreements? No. I think he's a top 5 player in the NBA. I think at the beginning of the season, I thought maybe he'll be 6, like 6th or 7th. I thought he was definitely top 10. No. I'm more impressed if they actually beat the good teams. The thing is, I feel like the Spurs. Hold on, dude. I hate how this is. Hold on, let me see if I can. There we go. Okay, much better. Everything was muffled, so it was like messing with me. I agree with you to an extent, but at the same time, I don't think the Spurs are as good as we think, right? Like they're still a super young team, and I think that they can beat anybody on any given night. But I don't think that it's like a 90-10 chance you win it. I don't think it's an 80-20 chance. I think it's a 50-50. Whereas last season, it was probably like a 20% chance you come away with a win in most of these games. But now against really good teams, I say it's 50-50, and that's a huge improvement. But like I saw a tweet from what's his name? Skip Bayless. And Skip Bayless was like, "Oh yeah, the Spurs are much better than their record." And I'm like, "No, we're a 500 team." Which is like way better than we were last year, but yeah, we're a 500 team. I think we deserve our 500. There was a couple games here and there that I was really frustrated with, but like the ones we've lost, I haven't really been that shocked that we lost them. Okay, so the Mike Brown thing. All right, so let's see. We can go over 3 segments. How should we do this? We're 500. I'm cool with being 500. I think we're a 500 team. Not just like record wise, we're 500. I think like as a team, we're a 500 team. Like I don't think we're better than 500. You know what I mean? I can understand us losing to Dallas, Phoenix, and Lakers, but lose to the 76ers? Come on. Yeah, that was pretty rough. We could have won that. 41 win team. I say we're 44. I say we get 44 wins. But yeah, I just didn't understand what Skip was even saying. And then he like complained about Wemby shooting threes, and like, yeah, I guess we do that too. But he tweeted, or he said it as if he didn't know that Wemby already takes that many threes. That wasn't the first game that he took a lot of threes. That Knicks game. 76ers and Knicks playing well. 76ers just beat Boston. Well, in that game in particular, the Spurs should have won because Embiid got kicked out. They had 2, ejections. Like you should have won that. Clan, what are your thoughts on Mitch Johnson playing Sohan at center? He's been doing that. He's been moving him around. He didn't start as center, did he, Ryan? Did Sohan start as center, guys? I might have missed it. I know he's been putting him at center on occasion, which works. Unfortunately, we don't have like a legitimate backup center right now. Not one you can rely on. We need one bad. Yeah. Yes, he has. Yeah, he's been putting him at center. It's fine. It's been working. That's what I'm saying. So he has a lot of versatility. People that say, "Oh, you should get rid of him. Oh, he's not that important." Like, you pay attention. That man's very important to what we got going on. Very important. Now, I'm gonna turn my mic up a little bit. Yo, is that better? I feel like that's better. I wanted to turn it up because wait. Okay, yeah, I think that's better. No Bassy minutes. Let's we go about this. So 3 segments. The firing of Mitch Johnson, not Mitch Johnson, I'm sorry, of Mike Brown. That's a big one. Definitely want to talk about this interview, the Chris Paul interview. And then what else could we talk about? So we can go over the interview from today. I want to like 3 segments. Okay, I know what we can do. Guys. We can go over this game, just talk about it. I guess we can talk about this one and the Knicks game, because I haven't talked about that one. And then we can talk about the Mitch Johnson stuff, and then we can go over the interviews that I saw. Okay. July in the chat saying Devin is bad now, guys. Please help. July is not reactionary at all when it comes to stuff. Usually has pretty calm takes. So if he's panicking, I think it's time for us to panic. Yeah, I think it's time for us to panic. It is weird. I don't feel like he's been bad for several games, right? And it just... Or am I just tripping? Effort is still there. I thought he was pretty good on the defensive end today. I gave him enough time. It doesn't feel the same. It does feel a little off, doesn't it? I don't know what's going on. It's weird. Vassell's an average player at best. It's weird. It's weird. It's weird. People rag on Vassell but say nothing about Barnes and Castle struggles. Well, Barnes is a veteran, right? And we're not expecting him to be a world beater. Vassell is literally considered part of the big three or the future going forward, and we've had him for way longer than Castle. So I think that's why people are, it's just different standards. You got two guys, and it's their first years with the San Antonio Spurs, and then you have Vassell, who's been here for a little while, That's why I'm like harder on Keldon than I would be like Castle, right? I wouldn't get on a Castle like that. He's not part of no 3 come on clan. Oh no, I was just saying he's considered like part of that group, like Vassell, Wemby, Vassell, Wemby, Sohan. Like he's part of that. We don't have a big 3. No, we don't have a legitimate big 3 yet. I'm just saying he's like the big honcho. When we talk about untouchables, his name will come up. His name and Sohan's name will come up before anybody else's. I mean, obviously Wemby's come up. Yeah, he has a very friendly deal. That's another reason why I'm not like pushing the whole like trade for sale thing. He got his contract and stagnated. All right, cool. Okay, so maybe we should just skip over this game. All right. Let's see. All right. You guys are very worried about Vassell. Let's see. Do we have any Vassell post game? All right, we don't have a Vassell post game. Give me a second. We'll talk about Vassell. Give me a sec. Let's see if I do this, what comes up. Cool. All right. Duos with supporting cast. That's true. That is true. Yeah, you're not lying there. Okay. All right. So, my chat people already know, but this is for the YouTube people. If you are curious what's going on, I'm currently at my parents' house for the holidays. Won't be back at my normal setup until Wednesday, I think, or Thursday. Probably Thursday. Whenever we play late that week, I'll be back on live streaming back at home. But with that being said, I definitely want to talk about this because I wasn't going to talk about it initially because I try to avoid it because it's hard to talk about, right? But I want to talk about Vassell, and everyone in the chat, as you can see, is talking about Vassell currently, and they're like, "Yo, we gotta bounce." I'm 29, still living with my parent. That is totally fine, dude. I do not blame you. If they're allowing you to save that money, man. I swear. Times is hard. Times is hard. Um. All right. Let's go ahead and dive into this. Let's see. I'm jumping all over the place because this is not my normal setup, so it's kind of hard to maneuver through everything. I know you guys can see it, so that's good. So you can see my screen right now. All right. So let's talk about this game or just briefly, and then talk about Vassell in as a whole. So you guys know I have been very adamant that I want Vassell to be as aggressive as humanly possible. Pretty sure I said 16. 16. I don't want to do 16. 16 field goals a game is totally fine. That's what I want him to go for. I think he should be I think he should be shooting most of the shots on this team, apart from Victor Wembanyama. He's a better scorer than Sohan. He's a better scorer than Chris Paul in his career right now. Better scorer than everyone on the team. He's the best scorer we have. So I'm just sitting back and I'm like, yes, take those 16. But people have brought up, especially in the chat, and just I've seen it on Twitter as well, that Vassell has been slacking, and to the point where it's gotten so bad that people that I never would have thought would have advocated for Vassell getting cut, or not cut, but traded, are starting to advocate for it. I'm still not over the fence of the whole get rid of Vassell thing, but I will say that I'm becoming more and more cautious, and my hopes are diminishing just a little bit. So the defense is still there. He's never been a lockdown defender or anything, but he's a good help defender. He plays smart defensively. I think he plays smart offensively as well, but the defense is still there. So there's no concerns there. It's not like the injuries, I think, is holding him back. He still seems rather athletic. He still seems jumpy, if that's the right word. I don't know if that's the right word, but very energetic, doing his thing on the in that regard, right? But on the offensive end, what we known him for, just being an absolute killer, I don't know if we've seen that. And I think that a lot of people are starting to be a little bit more skeptical due to the fact that our boy he's injured so often, or he's becoming injured more and more often, and we're not seeing him on the court as often. And now that we've seen him, it hasn't necessarily been the same. So the last time he had a really good performance wasn't that long ago, but it is starting to become a little bit of a rarity, right? And that's not a good sign. So let's see. So starting off the season, this is November for him. 8 for 13. We were all screaming, our boy is back, right? 21 points in that game. Then he went 3 for 9. I remember I was like, okay, be a little bit more aggressive. Went 5 for 14. Not good. And then 6 for 13, and then 5 for 10. And as that month is concerned, which not a lot of basketball was played from Vassell, 45% from the field and 40% from three. So 40% for three is great, but 45%, 46% from the field overall is not ideal. And then this past month, he's just been maybe okay. He said, huh? Hide and seek? Wait, what? You guys can hear me, right? What are we talking about? Oh, you responded 350. He plays hide and seek with his mentality. A little bit. He shows up and then he kind of disappears. 1 out of 10, he's been a 5. It just seems like most of the time he's average, and he's better than average. So I love his contract. It's not like his contract he's getting overpaid. I don't think he's getting overpaid. I think this is a team-friendly contract. Kind of similar to Keldon's, in which I think it diminishes, like it goes down, and then it goes back up slightly. Actually, we can take a look at Devin Vassell's track. Devin Vassell. The hoops hype. Okay, yeah. It eventually goes down to 24, near 25. So yeah. So I was right. So it's 29. It goes down to 27, goes all the way down to 24, and then goes back up to 27. This is a really great contract for him. But yet and still, we do need him to be able to perform more consistently, and it is something that's a little worrisome. So good news is defensively, I think he's still there, right? I think he's still doing his thing. He's still making the right decisions. It really just coming down to the shots just not falling. And with that being the most important aspect of his game, it is something to be a little concerned about, right? He's starting to become consistently inconsistent, and we don't want that. So I'm not going to be one to start to advocate for him to be gone, right? I still believe in Vassell, but I am becoming more and more cautious, and I completely understand why some people are worried, because these performances, we would need Vassell to average more than this, right? He's averaging 15.7 for the season. We need more than that, and I guess the part of it that does discourage me a little bit is that I was one of the ones that believed, and maybe it was foolish on my part, that the addition of Chris Paul would actually help Devin Vassell the most. Like him and Castle kind of benefits the most from it, because Vassell doesn't have to necessarily like work extraordinarily hard for his shots, or not as bad as it was last season. But even with him getting easier looks or more pressure being off of him, we're still getting performances here and there that makes you scratch your head. Like, I don't think there should be one game, maybe one game, in which he should get under, 15 points, and we're starting to see that a lot. He's becoming average. Vassell will be here for a while. Things will be all right. Yeah, I still believe in him, so I won't advocate for him. Advocate for trading him. But I also don't think that fans are completely out of whack for questioning some things and worrying about it. But at the end of the day, Vassell's on a good contract. The Spurs are still in rebuild mode, and maybe, just maybe, 15 points per game is good enough if we can find that other piece. Maybe right now, because there's so much attention on Vassell and so much attention on our big three, so to speak, that his criticism is, maybe a little out of whack. I don't think so, but it is what it is. And I think it's another thing that it comes down to a lot of people thinking about Fox, right? Possibly getting Fox and Vassell being on the table. The Spurs haven't. I haven't heard anything. I don't know. He might be on the table. I haven't heard anything, but Vassell could very well end up being on the table. So a lot of people are advocating, okay, let's just trade him for Fox, right? He said it looks like Vassell is at number 3. I hope he could be Wemby's Robin. I'm starting to not believe that, but like I said, there's a lot of attention on him right now. If the Spurs get some really good picks in this upcoming draft, got a lot of talent, maybe he end up being the 3rd, 4th scorer, and then it won't be, we won't be as hard on him, right? It takes a while for those rookie guys to get the big money. Maybe by that time he's ready to restructure some things, or come off that contract a little bit, in the sake for championships. And even though, and like I'm saying, right now he has a good contract. So yeah, I think it'd be all right. We should have been traded that Zach dude. Yeah, I've stopped sticking up for Zach Collins. But Zach Collins did say the other day that he just wants the Spurs to win, and he's fine with coming off the bench. So that's good. I'm glad that his mindset is in the right place. You know what else gives me a little bit of hope for our boy? Guys, 38% from 3 is still not bad. It's just unfortunate because he's so inconsistent that he'll have these games that bump up his percentages and then have these games that completely destroy it. Like you can look here in the month of December, he shot 38% from 3, but like one of the games is 4 for 7, one of the games are 5 for 7, one of the games are 4 for 5, and then you have a 0 for 4, 0 for 6, 0 for 4, 1 for 5. It's like, good God. But I think it'd be all right. Hopefully the January schedule will be better. Just let him get a rhythm too, you know. But yeah, I don't think people are crazy to be worried. I think that's fine. All right. That's enough of this one. That's all I really have to say about it. I hope everything turns out all right. At this point, Cam Johnson's a more realistic trade. Possibly. How come even this position isn't comfortable? Playing, you won't like this. What's up? What's up, man? Yeah. Meeks is just looking at me right now. For this team? What's up? Not individually. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, I take Keldon over Vassell? Nah. I wouldn't take Keldon over Vassell. That's a wild thing to say. In no capacity would I do that. Vassell's a better player than Keldon. He's a better finisher than Keldon too. Keldon is a better team player? I don't think so. I don't know where you guys getting that from. Also, Keldon's entire like tendency offensively is anti-team player. Not to say I think mentally he's a team player, but like offensively, he's very anti-team player. His play style, his tendencies. How is he not like? Keldon Johnson is very anti-team with his play style. I think mentally he's a team player. Mentally, I think he wants to do whatever it takes for the team to win. But like, he will drive into traffic with 3 guys there. Let's not get crazy. Castle's been struggling though. July, he should come off the bench. What did July say? Team has struggled since they took out Castle for Devin in the starting lineup. I legit wasn't expecting Castle to be taken out of the line. I didn't want Castle to be taken out of the lineup. I wanted either Barnes or Chris Paul to be taken out of the starting lineup. I did not expect him to take Castle out. Is Fox off the cards after Mike Brown fire? You can see that two different ways. All right, hold on. Let me bring that up. Let's see. I personally think it helps our chances. I'm reading this. So Mike Brown got fired after he made statements. I didn't know this. Oh, and then Michael Malone got upset. All right, guys, this is no class, no. Oh, I'm not surprised. Hold on. Guys, this is nothing but good news. Seems like a panic. What the heck? Wait, Mike Brown's he traveled with the Kings but will not coaching them? What do you mean? Not good news for us? Okay, can you explain to me why you think this isn't good news for us? To me, I just see this as Sacramento falling apart. No, he's fired completely. They fired him right when they got there. That's why I think. Oh, okay. All right. All right. Okay. I still don't think Fox. Yeah, okay, okay. All right, let's talk about this. So this is what we'll do. This is what we'll do. All right. I'm gonna go over these couple articles because this is very interesting. We'll talk about today's sponsor, right? Even though I'm not home right now, we can still do some sponsors. Why not? And then I'll talk to the chat a little bit and see what you guys think about and give you my overall thoughts on whether or not this helps or hurts the San Antonio Spurs. So look at this article, guys. Hold on, let me go to it. I'm like all over the place because when my stuff is set up. All right, so we got Mike Brown here. So Mike Brown, you already know he got fired today, right? And I was not aware that the firing came after criticizing De'Aaron Fox. Now I know a lot of people will see this and might say, "Oh, this is great for the or for the Kings to try to keep De'Aaron Fox," but this seems very reactionary. So apparently, at the end of the Pistons game, De'Aaron Fox closed out, gave a hard closeout, fouled, and costed them the game. And Mike Brown was very upset. Okay, he did not like this, not one bit. All right, that sounds like a Dr. Seuss book. I don't know. But this, I'll just give you some of the quotes. He said, "They tripled for 8 seconds." Sorry, wait, I can't talk. "They tripled for 8 seconds and we didn't foul them." Moving on. All right, here we go. "If you're up 3, you've got to guard your man at the 3-point line. There should be no closeout opportunity. We told them. They know the only thing that can hurt us is a 3. And then he goes on to, he's basically blaming De'Aaron Fox, who leaped into Ivy, causing the foul. He says, "I need to go back and watch the film and see exactly where Fox was, but there was no reason for there to be a hard closeout. We were okay with them scoring a 2 at the rim, so you should not be in the position to help at all. You should be hogged up to your man at the 3-point line. Everybody should." So I think this is a prime example of one of those, hey, we want players and coaches to be authentic and honest. But sometimes if you're a little too authentic and honest, people won't like that so much. So yeah, he basically called out De'Aaron Fox. I don't think that this is like super harsh. It just is what it is. De'Aaron Fox was in the wrong. I didn't hear anything about there being any issues between those two, but if any Kings jump on this video when it's on YouTube and you have any thoughts on that, you can let the rest of us know. I'm not super familiar with any drama between those two. De'Aaron Fox seems pretty low key, but it could very well be something. But yeah, you just called him out. I think that's fine. I think it's fine to call out players, especially if he, costed them the game. And then we have here everybody talking about the situation. And this is what kind of gets me excited, okay? So our boy, Michael Malone, this is what he had to say. "He's not surprised by Mike Brown getting fired because I got fired by the same exact person." And, presuming he's referring to the Kings owner. And then he says, "Malone said he was initially surprised, then wasn't, because of the harsh realities of being an NBA head coach. Success is credited to the players, while failure is ultimately blamed on the coach." He said, "No class, no balls," he added, citing the Kings firing Brown over the phone as he was driving to the airport. That's what I'll say about that. So really dirty stuff, right? Not cool whatsoever. I haven't seen this. Let's see what Steve Kerr had to say.
Very disappointed to hear the news. Mike is a great friend, great coach. Talked to him, and we all kind of know this is the nature of the business, but it just seems so shocking when a guy is the unanimous coach of the year a year and a half ago. And when you think about where that franchise was before Mike got there, where they've been the last couple of years, the job that he and his staff have done, it's just really shocking. And I know they've been in a tough spell, but this is the NBA. We all go through tough spells, and I just know that I feel very fortunate to work in an organization that really values continuity and that allows our team and our staff and our group to get through the rough patches, because they're all
okay. So he's just basically saying our franchise is better than the Kings. And then moving on, you see Jordy Fernandez on the Kings firing Mike Brown. "He's very good at what he does. In my opinion, one of the best. I wouldn't be here without him. It's sad news. I don't like it. It's part of the business. A year and a half ago, he's coaching a year, and now this situation happens. So everybody's just sitting back like, what the heck is going on? And like I said, I've always seen De'Aaron Fox as a pretty coachable guy. So it's been speculation like, did De'Aaron Fox go to the front office and say something? I doubt it. Seems a little bit like a panic, in my opinion. Franchises struggle because ownership doesn't have the coaches' backs. That is true. That happens a lot. Give the Kings and Hawks picks. It's not going to be great as we thought it would have been. I think Fox would be a great return. Fox isn't known for drama. That's what I'm saying. All right, so let's see. Oh, we'll finish off with Rick Carlisle. We'll talk about BetUS, and then I want to talk to you guys about this. So let's see. The firing Mike Brown today was just shocking to me. I view him as one of the standard Bears. I actually never seen that word spelt out. Wow. I can't spell. For integrity, for our profession, and I'm just absolutely shocked. Okay, so coaches around the league are like, what the heck are you doing, Sacramento? Right? And we all know that Sacramento felt as if they had a curse over them for so long because they couldn't get anything right. All right, so speaking of drama, just really quick, really brief, shout out to BetUS. If you guys are interested in BetUS at all, head on over and use promo code YouTube150. You'll receive 150% bonus on your first deposit, 125% bonus on your second and third deposits, up to $2,000. And I wanted to go to this one in particular because I found it not funny, kind of sad, honestly. But hey, it's great to be us. And there is actually a bet right now. Will Kawhi Leonard announce his retirement during this season? That is rough, okay? But anyways, the money line is 500, so all you do would be click that. And if you want to bet 100, obviously that's how it works. If you bet 100, that's $500 right there. So check it out if you guys are interested. But yeah, that I'm gonna bet on that. I do not think that this is a bad bet at all. That's why I wanted to go to it and at least show you guys. But yeah, so shout out to BetUS once again. You just head on over there and try that out. All right, so I'll just land on, let's see. I just want a visual as I talk to you guys. Nothing crazy. I just want a visual. We'll have a visual of like, can you guys see that? Crap. All right, screw it. I couldn't tell if you could see it or not because it was weird on my end. I'm used to my 2. Oh, you could see that when it was a full screen? Okay, but I want to still be able to see you. I couldn't see the chat when I did that, so we're gonna do it like that. Right here, let's get a visual. All right, so this is what I gotta do. All right, this is my thoughts on it. So De'Aaron Fox is not a drama guy, right? And he mentioned how he wants to win. And Mike Brown, all things considered, has been pretty successful when it comes to coming to that franchise, right? De'Aaron Fox has been there for a while, and him telling Draymond Green, I want this franchise to start to win for me to stay here. I need it to be going in a good direction. I don't know if he would necessarily think it's a good direction to fire the coach and blow it up. And it seems like that's a little out of his character to complain about him calling him out. What it seems like to me, and I could be wrong on this, but what it seems like to me is we already know all the rumors. We already know that the Spurs and the Rockets are calling. We know about the Lakers rumors that they're going to try to get Fox. We know that Fox is kind of weary on whether or not he wants to stay. I think that this was a desperate move, a scared move, and with Mike Brown criticizing the player that they're going to try their best to hold on to, I think that it got them worried and maybe a little scared. And I think that they overreacted. That's what I think it is. Usually when a coach gets fired, there are some issues between them and the ownership as well. We know that Mike Brown is very vocal. Like, he's not somebody that's going to sit back and just, let things happen. So if it's some things he doesn't like, then there's that. But I didn't hear anything from our boy Fox that indicated that he was having troubles with the coaching staff rather than just issues with the front office in general, right? So I could very well see that what actually happened is they're just panicking and they blew the whole thing up, and it looks bad. It looks really bad. And the fact that the entire NBA is reacting this way, I don't think De'Aaron Fox is happy about it either. That's just my opinion. I could be wrong. Um, watch Fox post-game presser yesterday. That's actually a really good idea. Let's see, will this change my mind? I'm assuming it's on YouTube.
We'll guide you through how to connect your PS5 controller.
Sorry. What is this? Mike Brown talking to De'Aaron Fox at practice right before fired. Oh, goodness.
Mike Brown joins a...
I'm really slow on the reacts. All right, I'm not back at home right now. That's him. They're literally in practice talking it up. Literally in practice talking it up. That's crazy. Let's see here. Post-game pressers. Is there anything in this that I'm looking for? It was cryptic.
Aaron, what did you see on the final play with the corner three from Jaden Ivey there?
I'm gonna
it doesn't really matter. It's not gonna make anybody feel better. So,
Darren, where's the frustration level at for yourself and for the locker room right now?
I mean, we knew this is a game that was winnable. We gave ourselves a chance to win going into the fourth quarter, and we didn't do a good job.
Mike was pretty critical of just the lack of fight down the stretch from you guys. Did you feel there was a let up there on your guys' end when it came to that?
I mean, we gave up 40 points, so we did a much better job in the second and third quarter, and we didn't do that to start or finish the game.
Fox, the clutch, both offense and defense is stuff Mike's talked about too, but it's clearly taken a step back this season with the implementation of DeMar DeRozan or whether that's involved or not. What's just your perspective on this team in the clutch in a moment or an area where you were so good a couple of years ago and this year just have struggled so much?
We got to be able to finish games better. Know where the shot's coming from, and we have to be able to get stops.
Just where do you feel like the...
Oh, dude, guys, this is a wrap. This is a wrap. This is a wrap. And I'm not getting the vibe that he's angry with the coach. I mean, they said he was very critical, and he was like, well, yeah, we gave up like 40 points. Yeah, this is bad.
This one landed with your guys after the game, just the shock of this amid this kind of 5 games kid now.
I mean, I think everything that could have gone wrong towards in the fourth quarter did. So, like I said, we gave ourselves a chance going into the fourth, and we just didn't do a good job of it.
Darren, what do you feel like has to change right now? What do you guys have to do?
Oh, here we go. His answers are lazy. I think he's just angry.
I don't know.
No, no. Don't know. They panicked. They see De'Aaron Fox is upset. Coach Brown calls him out. And the crazy thing is Fox probably respected Coach Brown calling him out. Like I said, he seems very coachable. That's bad. I don't know. Yeah, fire was a panic move. It was definitely a panic move. I think we got a good chance at Fox. The firing made it worse, I bet. Oh, dude. You think this type of like attitude, like you fire the coach and it's all good? What do you think we could do to make this? What could you do to make this better? I don't know. This is a wrap. No, one more time.
What do you guys have to do?
I don't know.
Dang.
Yeah, Darren, where do you go from here? Like you said, I don't know just
Oh
now, but
no.
like what do you do as kind of the leader of the team to move on for Los Angeles?
I mean, just try to be ready to play.
Oh my God. That was it? Dude. Dude, they got him out of there. Hold on. They got him out of there. They were like, okay, enough. All right, enough. No more questions. They got him out of there, dude. I didn't even have to speed this up. That's crazy. Look at this.
Like
You're
you
like-
said, I don't.
Right now, what do you guys have to do?
I don't know.
Look how quick they get him out of here.
Yeah, Darren, where do you go from here? Like
Yeah,
you said,
you can hear. I don't know if you guys heard. You can hear the lady in the background. She's like, "All right, guys, one more question."
I don't know just now, but like what do you do as kind of the leader of the team to move on for Los Angeles?
I mean, just try to be ready to play.
Thanks, everyone.
Told you it was cryptic. That was not cryptic. That was just, I'm done with this franchise. He's getting traded. Try to be ready to play. I'm not focusing too much on the try part. I think he's just like, yeah, try to be ready to play. Yeah, dude, that's a wrap. This doesn't seem like a guy that's gonna be happy that you just because you fired the coach. And then also we have that footage of him like he and ha-ha with this coach. This is a wrap. They about to blow this thing up. Sacramento, man. Fox probably not an amazing first up. He's not a first option. Second option is very good. Dude, I'm looking at like not only him being a second option, I could look at him as being a third option and it'd be crazy. Especially with this next draft. 8 years with Kings, he's fed up. Yeah, it's the franchise. Yeah, so anybody that's like, did this hurt our chances or help our chances? I don't think De'Aaron Fox demanded for Coach Brown to be fired. He just doesn't seem happy in general. You know? He doesn't seem happy. He's second option, third is Vassell. Oh, if we're talking right now. Yeah. Man. Yeah, so as far as what I'm willing to give up, I will be very adamant about this. I'm willing to give up. No, sorry, maybe I should keep that up. I'm willing to give up the Bulls because I don't think it's going to be as great as a pick. Definitely the Hornets because I don't think it conveys at all. Let's see. I want to hold on to ours and Atlanta's, regardless, if we can. I think Keldon should be on the table. Zach should be on the table. And honestly, guys, I'm not going to put Vassell in there, but they probably going to ask for Vassell. Malachi? Yeah, that would be good. Like Malachi, Blake Wesley, guys we're not really using. I feel like De'Aaron Fox would be a Blake Wesley replacement. Keldon and Zach is enough for money match. Yeah. Spurs 27 or 28. Can we do it with the 30? Give them those Minnesota picks. I don't want to give them the Minnesota picks. And the reason being is because I think that's some really good foresight on the Spurs part. Because Minnesota might not be a great team by that point. And if the Spurs can manage to get a lottery pick while they're in the mix of winning championships, that's crazy. That's crazy. So how would it work? Because one of those picks is a pick swap. Do you guys know how this works? Like if we gave the Kings our pick for that year that we have a pick swap, do they also get the pick swap with Minnesota, or do we just automatically get Minnesota's pick? You get what I'm saying? How does that work? Do you know? I actually don't know. Let's see if the chat knows, and then we're gonna get out of here. They own the pick swap. So if we give them our pick, then they own the pick swap. Because we don't have a pick to swap with, right? Is that how that works? Because you picking your own. Okay, maybe that's how it works. I don't even know. Pick swap means we switch with a team that has a lower drafting position. No, I know that. I'm saying we have a pick swap with Minnesota. So do they get the rights to the Minnesota pick if we give them our pick? Yes, rights goes to them, I believe. Oh, man. Yes, we got a Minnesota first and a top 1 protected pick swap. It goes to the Kings. I probably wouldn't give them that. We have a lot of second round picks, guys. I don't know how many. Oh, someone mentioned that. Muhammad said 5 second round picks for Coach Mike to be a Spur. Oh, no. We got a lot of picks, a lot of second round picks. I wonder if we can do anything with that. Pull up fans poll to see our draft capital. Sure. See. So yeah, I would definitely give them the Chicago and Hornets. That's because I've given up on them. And I don't think they're dumb enough just to take that. Let's see. We have the swap rights with Atlanta for 2026. So that's what I'm saying. So if we gave them our own, then we don't get that anymore. They just get Atlanta. So it's like I don't want to give them my own now. Let's see. 2027. We have Atlanta. Might give them that 2027. We'll get a first regardless. I mean, as far as us being in control of our own destiny or whatever, we should be a good team by 2027. Like a really good team. Well, our stuff ain't gonna look that great anyways. Atlanta, who knows? Later swaps sound better. You think so? I give up our 27, not Atlanta's. Yeah, so I would do that. I would give them Chicago, Hornet, our 2027. Let's see if we can make it any more enticing. We got a bunch of 2026 seconds. I give them like 3 of those if they want it. We have Boston's first. Spurs have the rights to a swap. To swap is 2028 first round pick for Boston's 2028 first round pick protected for selection. Brian Wright is a good GM, man. What the heck? I forgot about this. Yeah, from there, guys, I'm probably chilling out. I don't want to have any year where we don't get a first round pick at all. Makes sense? So it's like 2029 here. I wouldn't want to give them our 2029. I want to have a first round pick every year, even if it's late. All right, so Trigger says Vassell, Malachi, 25 Atlanta. I don't want to give them Atlanta's 2025. I ain't doing that. 2026 Spurs. If you give them the 2026 Spurs, it looks like they get Atlanta swap rights, and guys, that's just too enticing for me. I don't want to do that either. 2028 Spurs first. Like I said, I don't want to have a seat. Well, actually, no. 2028 Spurs is probably okay. Which one did I say? I said 2027. Give them their swap picks for the free trade, and I think that can beat any realistic trade that the Rockets can offer. That's a point too. We gotta put stuff out there. The other teams can't match. Lately, Fox looks pretty mid. Could be the team. Fox, did you just see that interview, dude? He ain't there no more. Like, his brain is not in Sacramento right now. Also, Fox is like, I don't know if I already have Twitter up. Hold on. Give me a sec. I'm gonna show you some. Someone tagged me in this. Let me see if I got Twitter up. Okay, I do. Let's see. Who tagged me in this? Here we go. You're a Messi. Here we go. Yeah, look at this. MVP ladder right now. You got Wemby on it, but you also have De'Aaron Fox at 9. So this is NBA.com's updated MVP ladder. So he is not mid. Top 10 right now as far as possible MVP. At this point, everyone makes max money, it seems. The entire Celtics roster, for example. Their roster is crazy. The amount of money is crazy. That's what contracts look like. Are going to start looking like. What's up? Let's see. I really want Fox here, man. It just makes sense for us. Fox will be a perfect addition. No offense to Blake Wesley, but that would be a crazy Blake. That's how I would see it, like a Blake Wesley upgrade. Like, that's a crazy upgrade. He'll be happy in San Antonio. It seems like everyone's pretty happy in San Antonio. Yeah, probably wants a supermax. We'll figure something out. Hey, we got the best, one of the best DMs in the game. Okay, I trust them to figure that out. All right, we'll end this one. Let's end this segment. Yeah, we got something else to talk about. Shout out to BetUS for sponsoring this segment, as always. All right, guys, we got something to talk about. Give me a second. Gotta get. Well. Okay. All right. It's kind of hard laying like this whole time. Glad you moved out of the pantry, bro. Yeah, I'm moving up. I'm moving on up. My parents do love me. So the next question is, do you prefer Trey or Fox? For this team, Fox. Yeah, I prefer Fox. Oh, gosh. Yeah. We top 8 now? For real? Wait, why would them losing cause us to be 8? We're still 9. That's crazy. The Warriors are out of the playoffs right now, and the Spurs are right there. Oh, never mind. Yeah. Yeah, we got to look at what goes on with the Timberwolves, but I think even if the Timberwolves are tied with us, they hold the tiebreaker, right? So we still wouldn't be eighth. I think you guys might be right. I think Spurs will end up in the play-in. 44 might be enough to be in the play-in. Phoenix is 11. It's crazy. Well, 10 looks like. Yeah, this is crazy. And Thunder just keep rolling. Tiebreaker on Sunday. Really? Guys, I was not aware. Oh gosh, I was not aware Timberwolves was coming up next. Whew. All right. Are we ready? Oh my God, guys, we got some tough ones coming up. We got here, I'll show you. We got the Timberwolves. We got the Clipper. Where are the Clippers right now? What's their standing? They suck, right? Oh no, they're good. All right, so we got the Timberwolves, the Clippers, 2 Nuggets games back to back. Please stop doing this. Friday night and Saturday night. And then you got the Bulls. Could win it. Bucks, Lakers. These. It's not that we can't win these. I think we can. I think we'll win plenty of these, but these are going to be hard fought, bro. This is not going to be just a cakewalk at all. Memphis back to back is crazy. L Street coming? No. I don't think the Spurs going on any long losing streak. It's just gonna be tough. But they're a 500 team. I can see us being 50-50. Dude, what game could I go to? I can go to the February 3rd one, but like I'm saving. Yeah, I gotta save money. I can't go. Is there a later one? There's March 1st. What day is March 1st? It's a Saturday. Could go. And then February 3rd is a Monday. I wonder if it's a Monday. It's cheaper tickets, but I can't take any time off right now. Need as much vacation time as I can get. That Japan trip is gonna be awesome. I want to go live while I'm in Japan as well, so not it ain't gonna stop. I think by the time I go, we would have. Guys, the draft. Okay, can someone tell before we do the last segment? Can someone explain to me what's going on with the draft? The draft is like in May. I study in Tokyo. That's awesome, dude. I want to live there. I want to live in Japan soon. My plan is to go visit this summer, and then make the right steps to go ahead and move there a year later. It's normally in June. Yeah, I know, but like this year it's in May, I think. You're gonna love it. Yeah, dude, I can't wait. Is it actually in May? Yeah! Wait, am I tripping? Wait a minute. Wait, is it in May? That's when we find out who the draft order, bro. Oh. So have they not announced when the... I don't know why I saw that. May 5th, semifinals. May Western Conference Finals. And the NBA Finals. Okay, May, yeah, okay. Never mind. I could have sworn I saw where it was like, oh yeah, it's in May, and then they finish up the finals. I was like, why would they do that? Okay, never mind. Okay, never mind. Lottery is usually like June, right? Yeah, it's like usually like the end of June. So, or the draft, isn't the draft usually end of June? I need to know when that. I need to know when the draft is so I can plan my. You guys think I'm safe doing like the second week of July, going to Japan? You think I'm safe? I don't want to miss the draft. Like I want to be live during the draft, and there's no guarantees I'm live during a draft. Lotto is May, draft is June. All right. Okay, then I should be safe then. Okay, my bad. Cooper Flag wouldn't fit with Sohan. Let's get Cooper Flag, and then we'll talk about who fits and who doesn't. I ain't worried about that. If it's June, you're fine. Yeah, that's what I was hoping. The only time we had a weird draft was it was COVID, right? Wasn't it all out of whack during COVID? You can't shoot a lick. Who you talking about? My Sohan? Yeah, Sohan is very important to this team, all right? We're not gonna... Oh, you saying Cooper Flag? Flag is overrated? I think Cooper Flag's pretty doggone good. And Sohan both? Oh, you're saying the spacing between the two would be bad. I don't know, guys. I'm down for Cooper Flag. I like Ace Bailey. We'll get to that point where we go over everybody. Or the people that we can actually get. I'm not doing what I did that one year, dude. That was so... You guys have no idea how exhausting that was, going over every single player. It was nice because once we got to the draft, like, we talked about, like, ooh, this player. Oh, I know this player. But good God, it was a lot. All right, let's see. Let's go to these interviews. All right, so guys, these are a couple that I missed. But I heard that one of these is golden. I heard that this Chris Paul one is absolutely golden, where he just straight up calls out the team. And it's a little rare for any post-game interviews to get this amount of views, honestly. 24,000 from Wemby and 14 from Chris. So lots of people tuned in after that to see what they had to say. So what we're going to do is we'll look at Chris Paul, see what he has to say, and then we'll talk about today's sponsor. You know, even though I'm at my parents' right now, we still have a little sponsorship here. So we'll talk about BetUS. Shout out to BetUS, and then we'll talk about Victor Wembanyama's post game. So yeah, let's start it off. You gotta say, Chris.
You know, that's what he does to them.
And by the way, this is a little context. If you guys didn't watch on Christmas, I'm sure all of us watched on Christmas. They basically did some young men stuff, right? They made a lot of young mistakes down the stretch in which they should have won it. It felt like we controlled the game for the most of it, but yeah, we just slipped up. Yeah, we just slipped up.
Victor had one of the greatest Christmas Day games ever. Does that kind of underscore how he's ready for the stage?
Yeah, we expect that from him. You know, we do this little, I don't know what to call it. What we do? We do like a little trivia thing before every game with 60 on the clock. And today's trivia was the top 10 points on Christmas Day. You know what I mean? So we all try to guess. And it's crazy. I think T-Mac was on there like 4 times. Luka was first, 50 points. And like, it's crazy. That's what I said to Vic. I think Vic had 42. So now he on that list. You know what I mean? So like us that see him day in and day out, we not.
They did the trivia, and then Vic was like, "All right, I'll do what I got to do." That's crazy, dude. He was so close. I was hoping that he'll break that 45. Wow, that would have been so good.
Not surprised by that. You know, I think for us, the next step is winning those games. You know, that's all it is about. It's about winning those games.
Coach said before the game.
Man, bro, I think you should still come through for a game in San Antonio before you move to Japan. I want to go to the new stadium, but I know it's not going to be done by that time, probably. So I could run through. I think I can come through. I just have to save up for it.
Maybe in the first few minutes there'd be some nervous energy. Not a regular game. It's Christmas at the Garden. Did you sense any of that? I assume you don't feel that stuff.
Actually, I didn't. You know, and that's surprising. You know what I mean? Like seriously, I think more than anything, our guys was excited. You know, and once you get past it, you know, they got off to a nice start on us, but we started to play our game, and I think Vic helped with that. You know what I mean? Some of those timely shots that he hits early in the game, you know, it helps everybody settle in.
When he's out of the game, I mean, besides the fact that it's a good player off the floor, like what's most different about you guys when he's not in there versus when he is?
It's a lot. Changes the defense, changes your offense. And you could say that about any great player. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sure what the splits are on and off the court, but I'm sure it's pretty good.
Let me see your splits. I can go back with you. Sorry.
Is he okay?
I have no clue. What happened? Did something?
Just didn't play as much.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you, I don't pay attention to none of that. You know what I'm saying? Like seriously, it's whatever we got to do to win. Trey was hooping, Trey Jones was hooping, and that's the benefit of having a team like we have. You know, like we have so much depth, and I think, and I know y'all gotta do y'all job and analyze whether somebody hurt or not, but I think for us, the only thing that matters right now is trying to figure out how we win these close games. Yeah.
How do you feel like, I guess, the younger guys are sort of developing?
That is a privilege as a not just a Spurs fan, but like as a player. I think that's a privilege to not have to worry about those things. Because some teams, the rotations are so bad, or like the way that the front office constructs teams is so bad to the point where you are wondering, probably as a player, like, why am I not playing with this person? Because I gel with them more. Why am I not playing? The fact that everyone personality gels with each other as well, and they can just solely focus on winning games, I think it is a privilege. I don't think I know that seems silly to say, but I don't think every player, every team is that simple. Like there's players that's worried about so much, right? I remember Victor talking about when he went to France, I'm just gonna say Mets for short. But he was talking about how he had to worry about coaching, he had to worry about conditioning with all of his players, he had to worry about, who's gonna fit with who. I think that's nice that you don't have to worry about that, even if you're a superstar in San Antonio, where somebody like LeBron, he doesn't really have that privilege, right? He doesn't. the original privileges we got Wemby. That is true too.
On that front, you know, you played 2 games in a row in really hostile environment, you know, tight game.
Guys are great, and I think we're just gonna get to that point where all that young guy stuff like got to go out the window. You know, we pros just like everybody else, and there's a grit and a will that you got to have in this league in order to figure out ways to win those games. You know, and especially on the road, when we're the only ones that's cheering for us or whatnot, and that builds character. So we got 2 games I think left on this trip, you know, and we got to make sure we approach them with the proper fear.
Thank you, sir.
Cool. And yeah, and that ended with this past game we won it. Oh, the Timberwolves, man, that's gonna be oof. That's gonna be oof. But cool, that actually was good. So yeah, there's the quote right there. I know people mentioned that one to me. That's what I heard about, that this young guy stuff got to go out the window. And I'll be honest and transparent in saying it did bother me after a while last season where people continue to say it, or our players continue to say it, like, hey, we're still a young team. Hey, we're still a young team. It's like, yeah, we know you are, you know, but you know, let us say that. You know, I don't want the players saying that all the time. All right, that's cool. That's cool. All right, so we'll look at what Wemby has to say. But before we do that, well, once again, big shout out to BetUS for sponsoring this segment. And, you know, we talked about drama when it came to the De'Aaron Fox situation and the privilege that it is for players to, on the Spurs, to not have to worry about too much, you know, extracurricular activities. But with that being said, once again, this isn't funny, but it's nice being a fan right now, because Kawhi Leonard is officially on BetUS as a bet on whether or not he's going to announce his retirement. Crazy. Will Fun Guy retire? Exactly, July. So if you guys are interested in that at all, head on over to BetUS. Use promo code YouTube150. You receive 150% bonus on your first deposit, 125% bonus on your second and third deposits, up to $2,000. Money line is $500. And basically, if you put in 100, that's $500 you can win right there if the answer is yes. So go check that out. Super easy. Just jump on there, go to Moneyline, but use promo code YouTube150. Okay, that's how you get all the benefits. All right, so let's go ahead and dive into what Wemby had to say. Let's see here. I think it's this one. Got 24,000 views.
Does that take away from it?
Yeah, I don't really, it's not my first thought at all, you know. I didn't know, I don't even know read the history by heart of the best games, Christmas games in history. For sure, it's, I'm thinking about the game right now, and just thinking we're close, but we lack some attributes at times, you know. And but we were right there. It was a really disputed game.
You had a tough call go against you because you knocked down that 3 they took away because of the foul on the ball. Did that stop some of the momentum that you guys had been building?
I don't think so, but rewatching the game, it might look different. I don't know. But it's
okay. I'm just gonna put my 2 cents in. Obviously, I'm not an NBA coach, right? Never will be one. No desire to be one. What I've seen, I think a lot of times, which is it's fine for the most part, but I do think that a lot of times Wemby, and I'm not blaming him for that loss against New York Knicks, right? He was like absolutely incredible. But with him being, you know, the leader, and with him having the most talent on the team, and oftentimes the most talent on the court in general, I would have preferred him to be able to, in certain situations, in key moments, to find ways to get closer to the rim just to improve the shot quality a little bit. You know, I think that it takes out a team's heart when you can do that, right? I would assume that teams I mean, Vic is a really, I think he's a good 3-point shooter, but he's no Steph Curry, right? I don't know if Victor Wembanyama like takes your heart out in that regard, right? And I would like for it to be like a dang, there's nothing we could do about that. You know what I mean? And that would be him around the rim. It's like, it's nothing we can do. Like, I don't know, how do I guard this, right? But him taking threes, I think that a lot of teams would probably live with that, with him taking deep threes. Even though he's like really good, don't get me wrong, he's really good. I just don't think he's at that point yet. So I would rather, I don't know, that might sound silly, but those are my thoughts. There's certain times where I'm like, we didn't need a 3 right there, you know? Like you didn't have to go for a 3 in that situation.
I don't think it was a game about momentum. I think it was a game about, being dogs. When the clock starts going down, under 5 minutes, under 3 minutes.
Well, that'd be part of being nasty, right? Punch him in the chest. Find ways to get in that paint. Destroy him. Nothing they can do about it. Dunked on your head, there's nothing you can do about it. 3-pointers, that feels like settling sometimes. I agree. It was nice to see him roll to the basket towards the end of the game today. Yeah.
We let them get some rebounds on us. We let them move us a little too much. So this is more what it was about. It didn't win against us because they played better basketball. Not at all.
They got to lose 50-50 balls at the.
I kind of liked that. That was kind of nasty. They didn't win because they played better basketball. That's kind of nasty, y'all. It's true though. It's actually genuinely true. I don't think that that's cocky or anything. I think that that's just kind of nasty. Like, he's just being brutally honest. I thought that too. I didn't watch that game and was like, oh, well, the Knicks was just a better team today. Like, I did not feel that way at all. Does he need another high scoring threat besides him so he works inside more often than outside? I don't think getting an extra scoring threat will cause Wemby to not prefer outside. I do think that Wemby with a complete offseason and building up his strength, his core strength and everything, he'll want to utilize that more in games. Will he still play the same? Yeah, I think he still plays the same, even if you get a scoring threat. Like, there's nothing right now on this team where I'm like, oh, that's why Wemby is at the perimeter. Like, there's times where he has a wide open lane to the basket and he won't take it. Or he has a obvious mismatch and he's like, nah, step back. Which is fun as heck to watch, right? Like, today versus the Nets, I mean, that step, I think it was a step. That step back on 2 people. Oh my God. Yeah, it's game changing. He just got to add a little bit. It's all right. Still take like 6 threes, take 5 threes or whatever. That's cool. But he'll have games where he put up 15 of them and a few of them in crunch time, and we didn't necessarily need you to attempt those.
As you said, rebounds, second chance points,
yes.
extra possessions. Was there something you guys could have done differently, or was that just maybe some of it was just bad breaks?
I don't know if we could have done it differently because I don't know. Tonight just proved we're not ready yet. We're right there, as I said.
You hear that, guys? I'm okay with us not being in the playoffs. I think that the Spurs are much better than they were last year. I think they should fight, keep on fighting. If we make the playoffs, that's cool. But we're not there yet. And not just with the team right now, mentally. I don't think talent-wise we're there. I know Chris Paul brought up how we have a lot of depth, which we do, more depth than last season, but we could have way more depth. It could get really nasty in another season.
But it's for me, I think it's just a flip. We got to switch, and because we.
Oh gosh, we were 4-26 by this time last year. Yeah, I remember, man. Every night it felt like I was fighting with Spurs fans not to trade Sohan.
I'm sure we're gonna see that it works, and we're gonna get, addicted to playing this way. This is how I see it, because it's high efforts to play like that, but it's also high rewards. So this is I'm sure we're gonna find out about this soon.
You said that your mind right now is in the game itself, but were you able to, I guess, feel the specialness of playing on Christmas that players who've experienced it talk about?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. The mood, the music, everything. I felt it.
You've had so many big moments in your first 2 years, whether.
I don't think Brian. I think Brian Wright is doing enough right now that shows Wemby that we want to win and we want to improve. Wemby's in his second year. He hasn't even got through half of his second year yet, really. No, dude, that's a panic move. I don't think Brian Wright needs to do anything to make a statement. Going after Fox would be great. Like, I'm on board for that, but I don't necessarily think it has to be like for the sake of Wemby. Like, I think that's a panic move. Don't worry about it. Wemby isn't complaining about the franchise. He's fine with the franchise. He's fine with the players on his team right now. I think it really does just come down to keep doing what we're doing. They've been very adamant in talking to him about the development. He was the one that pushed for Castle as well. Like, they came to him and said, "Hey, do you like Castle?" He watched him. He's like, "Yes, I really like this guy." So they got him for him. Like, he's fully involved in, some of the decision making from the front office. So I wouldn't really worry about, oh yes, make a move, for just for Wemby. Like, I don't think you have to do that. It also helps that we have a history, right? Like, we have a history of being one of the greatest franchises in the NBA. Like, we have that history now. It's set in stone. It's not like how it was where when Popovich first came in and you got so much to prove. Wemby is already bought in. We just got to keep doing what we're doing. Yeah, don't make no crazy trade. Don't make no, yeah.
Whether it was your first game or even last summer in Paris with the Olympics and the near one in the gold medal game, where does a moment like this rank for you in your early career?
Definitely lower than all the finals and high stakes games, but still, still a good one, definitely. So definitely top 90% probably, top 10%.
How tough is it in the last 30 seconds of the game? I'm sure every player thinks if we get the ball, we're going to tie this game. Yeah. The ball just came off the rim and didn't come anywhere near you. It seemed like. How tough is that to just, people think you're going to get the rebound if they miss. Horrible. You're the tall guy out there and the ball was nowhere near you, it looked like.
Sure. It sure feels like you can't do nothing about it, but you have to,
What are these questions? I don't know if I want to finish this.
This is why you have to do everything you can before when you can. When you have the ball when we have the ball in our hands, and we have to do everything we can to get it back when we don't have it. But we're not gonna win 100% of games, even if we play the right way. But it's we're still gonna try with as many as we can, and this is the way to do it.
Do you feel players avoiding you on defense when they sense that you're around, and maybe you're not right in front of them, but you're somewhere near them? You see them hesitating a little bit and swinging.
Yeah, of course he does.
Use that to your advantage to kind of fake guys out, because I feel like
he does it all the time. He always fakes guys. Is this a Spurs journalist, or is it because it's Christmas that we got some randos? Is that what's going on? That might be what's going on. No offense. But yeah, he does that all the time. He fakes people out all the time. Yeah. Okay.
On the Brunson layup that you blocked,
Yeah.
you didn't think that you could have
No.
gotten to.
No. It's yeah. I mean, it's a game of anticipation and trying to read the opponent. Josh Hart got a good one on me earlier. So it's a very interesting part of the game because it's I get many chances to block guys, but these guys don't get many chances to to try to make a layup against me. So it's fun.
What do you think of Bridges' game, and was it just tough to find an answer for a guy that hot?
Mm-hmm.
We desperately need a small forward. They asked about Bridges. We desperately need a small forward. Right. Yeah, that's my answer to that. That's why we couldn't guard him. Vassell was getting cooked by him, by the way.
Yeah, this is part of the.
I didn't even do that. Crap, what just happened?
The
Ace
reason we have
Bailey?
to do everything we can.
Gotcha.
When we can, because I mean there are definitely some shots where we could have guarded them better, of course, but there are some others that it's yeah, I mean it wasn't like great basketball. It was really tough shots, but it's yeah, sometimes it's hard to deal with.
It's Chris Tan's Christmas game. How are you guys feeling about the chemistry between you and CP3, and then we can see that you guys have some two-man play. How are you feeling so far in the season?
I'm gonna be honest, this is like, I'm usually not bored by these, but is there any reason to continue this one, or should we just end it?
You guys having that kind of chemistry?
Feeling really good, adapting
yeah,
to the constant communication, to feeds really beneficial. We can see
Take away from that, like Chris and Barnes, like that, especially in a big event like Christmas.
What young players take away?
Yeah.
So really some intelligence, of the game, and
Sur le début de saison, ta progression est phénoménale par rapport
This is in French.
vraiment c'est que ça rapproche aussi des gros efforts.
ton maillot qui vient te voir.
Donc c'est
All right, there we go. That was it. That was boring. That was boring. That was terrible. Anyways, we're getting braided Wemby All-Star. That would be cool. Anyways, that was cool. That was nice. I loved what Chris Paul had to say. He just basically called out the team, right? And Wemby did as well. But I do like the fact that Chris Paul just called out our team. And said, hey, you can't. Young guy stuff gotta end. I like that. Mention next. Why no Bassy? Too much small ball. How about the Nets game? Maybe a little bit. All right. Ending segment. Shout out to BetUS for sponsoring this segment. Do we have tonight's presser yet? Yes. Let's see. If it's not too long, I'll continue, but I kind of want to get off. I'm like super uncomfortable now. Let's see. We'll skim through. We'll skim through.
Yeah, no, I thought the sluggish start on both ends was disappointing. I thought Julian, along with Trey and Keldon, brought some energy off the bench, and some guys followed. Excuse me. But Julian was great on both sides of the floor. It's funny sometimes when you put yourself into the game with effort and energy, the ball finds you, you make a shot, you get a whistle. It's coach speak that makes players roll their eyes, but it's true. And tonight was one of those games. There was just nothing easy on either end. they played last night, so they started off a little more in rhythm than we did. But for the most part, it was an ugly game, and the effort, energy of those guys got them going.
What do you attribute the slow start by you guys to?
I don't know. I got thoughts, but I don't know. I think there needs to be a maturity level just for your approach and the way that you start games. What attribute it to, I don't know. But obviously, we did not have the proper approach, energy, discipline, attitude, force, conviction. A ton of words, and you just have to do it. You can see it. You can feel it. Everybody in this room could. So.
Victor get popped under the chin?
I didn't see, somewhere, shoulder, head, face. Obviously, he was okay to finish the game, but yeah. Thank you.
Shoes and Mike. Your rotations, Mitch, have been pretty tight. Is that just to get a good look at? This group of 9 right now?
Yeah, and I think for the most part, we've played 9 guys, unless we've kind of played a few less minutes for a couple guys, if that makes sense. Obviously, it's a little non-traditional in terms of we're going with that quote-unquote small ball group, I guess you could say, because there's not the traditional center there. But those 9 guys have all earned minutes, I think, in their own right. And, yeah, we don't want to overreact. Good.
Oh, this is an interesting... yeah, this is actually interesting. So I see it here. I'll repost it. So this Auburn person asked Victor Wembanyama if the Spurs should be active before the trade deadline, and his answer is this: one thing for sure, our roster won't stay the same over the next years. Every roster change a little bit. I don't know. I should look at those things more seriously. I've been focused on my game so far, but for sure, I'll take a closer look at it. Yeah, like I said, he's very involved. Like, not something you have to really worry about as far as, oh my goodness, is everything gonna be okay? Is he gonna be upset? Like, he's involved. They're talking to him constantly, so they respect his opinion.
Good or bad, once we've gotten healthy and we're trying some things out. So it's been, I think, now 5 games or so since we've had people available, and we're just getting a few looks at some things.
I guess it helps knowing those guys that aren't playing are pretty professional. They're always going to be ready.
Yeah, for sure. Everybody's been great in that regard, putting in work, working while they wait, and when their name's been called, they've rang the bell.
With that small ball lineup where you got Sohan or Barnes basically at the 5, like, what advantage do you want that lineup to have? Like, where do you want them to be? What sort of area of the floor do you want them to be?
Yeah, no.
They will get everything approved by Wemby before pulling the trigger on anything 100%. Yeah, for sure. And if they're going to do it anyways, I'm pretty sure they're going to convince Wemby that it's the right move. But every move the Spurs make, man, is a solid one. It's not like I haven't really, as long as I've been a Spurs fan, I haven't really seen a move that just completely scratched my head. Like, I could at least see the logic behind what they wanted to do there. And it's always pretty sound logic. Bassey better not be in the doghouse. It's looking pretty bad, man.
That's a good question. I think the obvious one, obviously, is...
yeah, give Castle his minutes back. I feel you. He's been making a lot of rookie mistakes, but yeah, he should be in there.
There's positional size after that traditional 5 not being out there, right? There's a lot of guys that can switch and be versatile in defense, and then offensively, want to play fast and be able to take advantage of, whether they have to match up against us or when they have some either smaller players or traditional 5s out there to spread them out and play off that. So it's something we need to continue to grow. I probably need to be better at helping them and putting them in spots and environments during that time. But again, we don't want to overreact just because maybe it's been a little clunky at times. It's something new that we haven't put a lot of time into.
You mentioned you didn't see the play specifically, but when you see Victor get hit and then you see him go to the locker room, what are your thoughts? Are you any concerned, obviously, with what that could be or what it could have been? Was there any angst or concern about that the play when you saw him in the locker room?
You know,
he's in the middle of the game. I think he's worried a little bit, but like, we got a game to play. Wemby could be out the entire season, and you still got games to coach. You have other people on the team.
You know, I didn't see anything at all. I actually thought he was just taking an extra breath on the ground. The game was pretty physical, going up and down. I actually didn't think it was something for him to go to the locker room. When any player goes to the locker room, you obviously hope he's okay. But again, I didn't feel. Sometimes you have that feeling when it's a nasty fall or you don't know if something happened. I didn't have that feeling on that. But again, I didn't see the play.
Coach, when you speak about professionalism to start games, how do you evaluate the professionalism that the team has had off the court as well, just on the day-to-day going to practice? I suppose that having CP3 here as well creates like not creates, but like encourages players perhaps to be a bit more professional on the day-to-day. How do you evaluate that?
The eye test. Guys in early, guys staying in late, guys getting treatment, recovery, activation, attention to detail, respect for the game plan, respect for the opponent, all those things. And CP and Harrison Barnes have done it in spades, and going to the game tonight again, the eye test stunk to start the game.
Victor, very seldom follows.
Yeah, stop playing around.
A slow half with another slow half. Talk about his ability to just turn it on. He came out so strong at the beginning of the third.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing with Victor is always going to be to dominate the rim on both ends. He had one rebound in the first half. Thought he floated a little bit between three-point line and three-point line in the first half. And he delivered and adjusted and did what he's supposed to in the second half.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you. All right. All right, so here's the plan. 3 of our segments, I'll go ahead and post those. Plan just joined. Not gonna lie, this camera setup looks so funny. It is what it is. It is what it is for now. So here's the plan. 3 of the segments we went over gonna already be uploaded. And on Sunday, we go against the Timberwolves. I'll be live that night. So we'll talk about that. And then we play on Tuesday? I think that's how that works. We play on Tuesday. And then we'll go live Tuesday. And then I'll see you guys Thursday night. I think that's how we're going to do it. I'm pretty sure that's how I got it set up. So I'll see you guys Sunday night. I can talk to you about some movies. I just saw Nosferatu, 5 out of 5. Masterpiece. Saw Sonic 3. It was trash. But Keanu Reeves and Jim Carrey was pretty great. That was pretty fun. But the movie sucks. And then I'm gonna go see Wicked on Sunday. So we can talk about some movies too. 3.5 out of 5. What, Sonic? I give that a 2.5 out of 5. Follow me on Letterboxd, by the way. Did you see Dyma? No, but I've already been spoiled about it, bro. Best episode so far today? Shut up. Alright, I'll watch it. Oh, you said Nosferatu is 3.5 out of 5? Get out of here. It's a 5 out of 5. It's okay. I saw it with my girlfriend and she thought the same thing you're thinking. She actually gave it a 3.5. I was like, what's it gonna take for me to give you that, for it to get that 4? Because it was great. Yeah, dude, spoilers everywhere. I hate that I got spoiled on that. Because that's such a good reveal. That's so cool. Because we all wondered, like, when are we gonna get to see that? Are we ever gonna see that? Can he even do it? You know? Nosferatu, SpongeBob. Nosferatu. I'm a big Eggers fan. Pity. Yeah, Nosferatu is great. I give it the same thing I gave The Witch and the Lighthouse, 5 out of 5. I just don't hold it as high as Lighthouse. I do. Lighthouse is great though. You watch this new Dexter. Is the new Dexter good? Can you tell me that, Em? Oh, by the way, hold on, before I get out of here, and I'll be looking for your tweet on whether or not that's worth watching. Em, but I do want to show you guys this, because I gotta get as many people over here as possible. So I'm gonna keep doing this. Wait a second. I'm literally about to put it on, bro. I'll tell you Sunday. All right, cool. Yeah, jump on Sunday and let me know. You have to remind me. I might not bring it up. All right, guys. Here we go. Follow my letterbox. It's Clan the Film Fan. If you don't know what Letterbox is, it's basically a website in which, hold on, did I go to profile? Okay. It's basically a website in which you can post like movies that you want to watch. You can post lists, like you can create lists for people to check out. You can create watch lists. You can do so much. It's a really great app. I'm glad that you guys told me about it. But this is mine. So follow me, Clan the Film Fan, at Letterboxd. I just put the link below in the chat, and so far I have 41 followers, which is a lot for me. Okay, it's a lot for me. Let's see, and you can see here the latest reviews that I threw on here. Sonic 3, in which it got a solid 2.5 out of 5. Nosferatu got a 5. I couldn't really think of a reason not to give Nosferatu a 5, or not like to give it lower than a 5. I couldn't think of one, so I just gave it a 5. But yeah, so go check that out, and you can also go to my list here. And I have quite a few lists on here. I just started this one. It gets better and better each time. So I put a list of a few films that just came to mind that, you know, the first time you watch it, you're probably like, what? And you got to watch it a few times and you start to like really adore it and really love it, you know, the more you see it. So there's that. Probably need to put Get Out on there. And then here's an amazing films list, which I just think all of these are pretty awesome. They're pretty wonderful. Nosferatu jumped all the way to 16, my boy. Right off the bat. Yeah, a lot of films on here. So yeah, guys, if you ever want anything to watch, I'm making a list. Right now, this list has 119. So I'm going to keep adding to it. I also have a pretty interesting watch list that you guys have told me some movies to watch. So that's growing as well. But yeah, so guys, please follow me on there. I'll see you on Sunday. All right, brother, I'm out. I'll check in Sunday. All right. Perfect. I followed the link. Dope. But yeah, guys, do that for me. It means the world to me. Because I, you know, while I do love the Spurs, I also really love films as well. Green Book. Is it really that bad? Oh, let's hear that, man. I hear so many mixed things about Green Book. Got a lot of praise. I'm really excited to watch Baby Assassins. I want to watch all 3 of these movies. But yeah, so a lot of stuff on my watch list as well. Stuff that some things is like, why did you not see that? And some of these I have seen and I just want to rewatch. It's not bad, it's just you know exactly what it's going to be. Yeah, so there's that. 138 films on this list, by the way. But yeah, you can go to activity as well, and oh wait, this is all the people I follow. Anyways. How's the home theater set up? My living room? I don't have a home theater. I guess it's set up pretty nice. My living room is pretty nerdified. But yeah, guys, go follow me. All right, get with you later. I'm getting off my game a little bit before I go to bed. All right, good night, everybody. I'll see you in a couple days, or well, I guess in a day now. I'll see you Sunday.